we would do it like that.
No, what?
Okay, dude, I'm not showing the cameras
Okay.
because I don't want on film or anything.
Oh, okay.
But it was when we had one of the recruiters come in, and there was literally like, and you would have to like do spots like this.
Yeah, monkey fuckers.
You can't. There, there's videos of people doing that, and they're like, "Thank you, Josh Allen. Thank you, Josh Allen." Oops.
No, yeah, so that's like a thing. It's kind of a hazing thing.
I figured.
But like you
Fucking
don't
figured.
it's not like straightforward. You have to go underneath your knees and then grab your ankles
Okay.
and then do the squat. And yeah, um, it's kind of a hazing thing
I figured, yeah.
with the arm. Yeah, yeah.
You didn't do that, and I swear to God
I
we
don't
did
remember
that.
doing it.
We did it in JROTC, and we also did the submarine push-ups the same day. I don't know if
I
you
remember
remember
the
that.
submarine
And
push-ups,
I
but
swear to God, our class did it again. Like did that as well. And I remember going like, this is questionable.
this is
Like,
questionable.
yeah,
Thank you guys for joining the MattCast podcast. I am Maddie Lightjum, my co-host Maddie J.
a victim.
What is this? Number 82?
32.
Episode 82. All right, so well, we don't got our board all the way set up, but
I got it. I can read it. Can you not read it?
oh, I have to look away from the camera. But we got college football week 2 to cover. The AP poll, we'll go into that. And then you got college football week 3 predictions. We'll talk about how week 1 fantasy went for us. I didn't update our board there for who's number 1 and all that shit.
Oh, it's fine.
And then NFL week 2 recap and predictions. And then after that, we got our trivia.
Yeah.
Pretty standard week for us in the football season. We're gonna start off with the first one that popped up for me. It
Mm.
was the Iowa State Iowa game, or the Iowa State game.
Mm-hmm.
Jules, that is my lighting. Please don't. Your bones right next to it.
Oh, okay.
But actually, wait, before I get any further, I don't want ESPN talking over me. Yeah, Iowa State game. Was that ESPN or ESPN's game day, or was it Fox? I think it was Fox game day.
I think it's noon kickoff.
Noon kickoff, big
Yeah.
noon kickoff. It says it right there. Fox big noon kickoff Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, all around, it, I want to say it was a good game for Iowa State, but it wasn't our best performance.
And that's the thing, like this game and then the game that you guys have this week,
Yeah.
you guys really like this next week game because I mean it was this game that you have this next week and then
Mhm.
this the South Dakota
Yeah.
whatever. Like I expect you guys to just but it's just one of those things that like when you see them do stuff like that to South
Mhm.
Dakota, you expect small bits of it
Yeah.
in with this Iowa stuff. And I'm just not really
Yeah.
seeing it
And
where
like
like the run's effective.
we went from last or the week prior where like we had receivers that could catch, and
Mhm.
then you come in the week 3 or week 2 and half those receivers forgot they could catch.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, they're missing open catches. Um, yeah, and our run game was just not there at all. But also, too, at the same time, Iowa just always seems to have our number every time we play them.
Mhm.
So it's just like, it's one of those things. Is it just because we play Iowa and they know how to play against us every year? Or is this going to be a prediction for how the rest of the season goes?
When does can we click onto your guys' schedule? I'm just curious. Is it like after because I know you have whatever Weenie Hut junior team you guys play this week.
Um, we got
Yeah, Arkansas.
Arkansas State, who we
Okay, and
played
then
last
after
year.
that, I think that's like if you
Yep.
guys don't lock in Arizona onward, because those are all Big 12
Yeah.
teams.
It's all
And
conference play.
like, yeah, Iowa State's number one in the conference because they're the only one with a conference
With a
win.
conference win so far.
But I mean, let's be honest, if you're a Kansas State fan, you're probably panicking.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
And
like,
we'll get into that one
yeah.
later.
I think Kansas, you know, they looked fairly good in that first half, and then that second
Yeah.
half they just did nothing against Missouri. Colorado, I don't think anything to worry about.
No.
Cincinnati, I do think if you're not playing
Yeah, we're not
to
playing
the
that mobile.
caliber,
Yeah,
then yeah,
that
I
mobile
mean,
quarterback. Yeah,
yeah, Sorsby is gonna fucking
light us up.
yeah, and especially that because I mean, yeah, you guys got Big Citrus, they got that the whatever the Cabarone or Cabalone or they call him like the Godfather. It's like
Oh
their
yeah,
version of Big
Mhm.
Citrus, like
Corleone.
Corleone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then BYU's been looking pretty good too.
Yep.
Arizona State just lost, but I mean,
It's yeah,
yeah, Arkansas State, like you guys gotta have another one of those wins versus like how
where
you
it's
had
like
with South
50.
Dakota,
Yeah,
and then you just need to carry that on. But if
just keep on
it's
carrying it forward. Yeah, I completely agree. Where it's just like this is another game. We need to show up and show out. Do what we did to South Dakota,
mm,
who like had won their FCS championship 2 years in a row,
mhm,
and we beat them 55-7. We should be able to do the same thing to Arkansas
yeah,
State.
I
But
want to talk about the
yeah, we'll
polling
we'll
right
get into
now.
that
Yeah,
later.
but yeah, it was just one of the things. It's like
It,
it's just I mean, especially just boring as heck
yeah,
to watch.
for me as an Iowa State fan, dude, I was just like I was getting frustrated too, all the way around, and had me nervous the whole game through.
Mhm,
But then Conradi, does it again 2 years in a row, both from 54 yards,
mhm,
both in clutch moments. This time to actually go up by three, sealed the game for us, and so it's a win. Was it a nasty, ugly win?
mhm.
Yeah, but I expect better from them coming next week. The next big one we were just talking about a little bit too. Arizona State went down to Mississippi State, played a hell of a game all the way through. I wasn't able to finish it, like watching that game.
Mhm.
It's something with my fucking multicast wouldn't let me put
Sure.
that game on. So I'd like click into it right quick, then click out. And initially, like at halftime, I'm just like, oh my God, Mississippi State's about to upset. And then I clicked away from it. Arizona State started climbing back, got up. It was 10-17. Then the fourth quarter, got it all tied up, or just about tied up,
Mhm.
got the lead. And Mississippi State just came out and just was a better team.
Well, I mean, Sam Levitt threw 2 interceptions during that game
Yep.
too. I don't did can you scroll? Yeah, so they won the turnover battle. Uh Mississippi State didn't turn the ball over once. But I mean, didn't have the time of possession that Arizona State had. Um, so
Mississippi State won on third downs. They had more penalties, but well, shit.
is
And then Arizona State had more first downs.
you know,
Arizona State owned time of possession, 2 for 3 on fourth down. They just lost that third down battle. So
yeah.
like when you're going three and out
So big one of the big upsets for this last
11
week.
times, yeah.
And yeah, I think they knocked out Arizona from the top
Rankings, yeah.
25. Yeah. Speaking of knocking out teams from the top 25,
South Florida Bulls upsetting Florida Gators in fuck, I don't even know where they play at.
Gainesville.
Gainesville?
hmm
In Gainesville, Florida. God, that
Florida was
game,
a minus 1,000
yeah.
favorite. I don't even know what to really say with South Florida now. Because I was sitting there
If
like
they win over Miami,
like
oh my god.
first week, I was like, all right, it's we
Yeah.
didn't want to say it's Boise without
Without
Ashton
at
Jennings.
Genty. But then they go into Gainesville and beat Florida.
Which I mean, Florida should have won. The
Yeah.
problem is, I think that the
That one
one
dude pulling the Jalen
spitting
Carter.
on him, what was that close to the 2 minutes?
Yeah. It was at the 2 minute mark.
And Florida was up by not a lot,
Not a lot. I think it was by one. They were up by one.
15, 16. Yeah,
Yeah.
this score is awful to look at. By the way,
Yeah.
18-16. I'd be curious how many times that's happened in an NFL game.
Very little.
But yeah, I don't even know what to think. with South Florida right now.
I mean,
I'm gonna watch them versus Miami this week
oh,
because I
100%.
didn't watch this game because I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't
What's
make
gonna
any
happen?
notes.
Yeah, so like South Florida owned total yards, won the turnover battle. Well, no, sorry, lost the turnover battle. They were tied on first downs.
South Florida, they didn't have any turnovers.
Correction, my bad. Um, they were tied on first downs. Florida had 103 yards of
Oh
penalties.
my god,
Florida lost on third downs,
4 for 12,
4 for 12.
but they're dominating time possession. Mm.
Yeah, so they must have just never really got the third down a whole lot. Yeah, Lagway, 222 yards of passing to compared to the South Florida's quarterback 263. 93 for Awe. Was that Awe?
Mm.
I don't know. Their quarterback for South Florida had the most yards of rushing.
17 carries.
Singleton, 75 yards of receiving to Wilson, the third 60. I didn't see the whole sack total, but yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, huge upset. And I think it got South Florida in the,
they are in
yeah,
the top
top 25.
25. Yeah, I think they're 18 right now, which I think is a little high. Now this game makes me very excited as a Husker fans because I
Oh,
know in two
yeah.
weeks
2 week.
we're gonna see Bryce Underwood, and they're not gonna have their head coach
Mm-hmm.
um, during that time too.
Yep.
Bryce Underwood just, I mean, super flat and anemic. I mean, just a lot of like rushing yards,
Mm-hmm.
but John Mateer
Yeah.
kind of, you know,
He's
leading the
looking he's
dance.
looking that Heisman favorite
I
after
wouldn't
this week.
I wouldn't say Heisman favorite.
It's Sellers, Mateer, um, and there's somebody else that I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I would definitely imagine.
Nussmeyer from
Yeah,
LSU.
I
Those are the
can't.
three
I
for.
can have Mateer in the conversation, but
Mhm.
not leading
Yeah,
it.
yeah, fucking 408 yards owned by OU. They had two turnovers, 22 first downs, lost in the penalty battle, won the third down battle. And I was listening to the Bussin' Boy, and they're talking a great point too. Just so many 3-and-outs. You went 3 and 14 on
Hmm.
third downs, and you don't get your defense anytime the rest.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna fuck up, and that's just something you can't allow when you're going against another ranked team in their home stadium, especially Norman, Oklahoma. Baylor SMU. I brought this one up because it is another upset week.
Yeah.
Baylor Bears went into is it Dallas? They went into Dallas against number 17 SMU Mustangs and won it out in overtime 48-45. I was kind of watching that
Was
game.
this the game where we're in the second overtime?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Ran in the second overtime and yeah, Baylor just demolished. Robertson 440 yards of passing.
I mean, I wouldn't say demolished. They went to second
Well,
overtime,
yeah.
and I mean, it was a pretty close. Especially if you're looking at the odds. I mean, SMU was only a minus
Yep.
150 favorite, while Baylor was a plus 130. So, I mean, it was fairly close, and score reflects that. When you're looking at something, time possession was,
Basically
you,
middle, but
yeah,
leaning
but
more
more
towards Baylor.
Baylor. A lot of fourth downs went by Baylor, 3 out of 6.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably in that last little bit just a tie up.
yeah,
Yeah, 601 total yards for Baylor. They had two turnovers, 32 first downs. They lost the penalty battle with 64 yards.
yeah. I didn't watch this game.
I clicked into it. If I remember correctly, it was during the Cyclones game. So it was just like after the Cyclones game was over, I looked at that one. I'm like, oh my God, Baylor is about to upset. Now, one I did watch and I was very heavily invested in was the Army Black Knights going up against K State. This was happening during the Huskers game.
Hmm.
It was wild. For the longest time, K State was up. They were holding it.
Oh wait. Their leading uh, their leading passer was a wide receiver.
Yep. I missed that play, but it was kind of like one of those pitch out things, and then he just tosses it down the field.
Sure.
But it's Army, dude. They run the ball all
Uh,
the damn time.
yeah, the quarterback has 41 carries.
Yep, with 124 yards of rushing. Now the big thing that was huge was right there at the end of the game. They're going for a kickoff after I think they scored their touchdown in the fourth quarter. They're
Mhm.
going for their kickoff. And me and a friend of the podcast, Patty Ice, were
Mhm.
texting back and forth. And he was just like, dude, that was a great onside kick. And I'm just like, I don't think that was an onside kick, man. I think he just boofed it and he hits a K State player in the back off the kickoff.
Mhm.
And then they get the ball back and drive down for a game winning field goal.
Army did that?
Yeah.
Huh.
They drove down the field for a game winning field goal at the end, which was wild to watch. Wild to watch.
But if you're a K-State fan,
Oh,
you're
you're
dead.
panicking.
Well, are
Yeah.
you panicking? Like, do you still think you can
I
claim
think you can
Big
turn it
12?
around. Not you can't claim the Big 12, but I think you can turn around for a winning season.
What makes you say you can't turn this into a like you can't go into the playoffs? But they've only lost 2 games.
They've lost 2 games, one in conference and then one to
Yeah.
a all you know what they're going to do and they're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
They're going to run the triple option, an option play. That's it.
Mhm.
Like that's their bread and butter and you
Mhm.
couldn't stop them.
Yeah, and then K-State was the favorite going into
Yeah.
winning the Big 12.
And then they had a
So it's
performance like
definitely
this.
yeah, definitely panic mode.
Definitely panic mode. And like you know the team the other part too with Army is that like all their players have to fall within the Army's height and weight standards.
Mhm.
They can't so like their offensive linemen aren't as big as everybody else. Their defensive linemen aren't as big as everybody else. And you still let them come into your home stadium and bully you like this and just run it down your throats and you can't stop them. That's where I'd start to panic a little bit. And then your favorite game of the week, Akron Zips came into to Lincoln,
That
Nebraska.
you could actually stop right there as describing their score.
Yeah,
Akron Zip. Uh
Huskers 68.
yeah. I I had a great time watching that game
Yeah.
because and this is the thing, I know they're one of those schools that you pay to get that come
Mhm.
in. But even then, like a couple years ago, Nebraska hasn't had a shutout game
Yeah.
versus one of these teams. Go up 68-0, bring in like your second and your third strings.
Mhm.
They're still even handling
Yeah.
business. And I mean, Dylan Raiola is making good play. And that's the thing, like it was just good across the board. Now there was there's like a few hiccups I could like. So was it the second drive? Do you mind going into the all plays? All plays.
No, sorry.
No, you're good.
My bad.
Because yeah, we got nope down. Yep, right there. So yeah, we had a fumble on their goal line, and then we
Mhm.
had it on downs. Those 2 drives definitely kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it's like,
Yeah.
all right, if you're playing a team like Michigan,
Mhm.
those 2 drives ending like that is gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
Now playing a team like
Now they did
Akron,
get a safety.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah, being having them pinned in that area,
Yeah.
it did lead to that safety, which was nice. But a team again like Michigan or
Penn State.
like Minnesota, Indiana, like Penn State, none of those teams are
Yeah.
gonna let you do that.
Mm-mm.
And you come away unscathed. So overall, very glad with the performance. We got Houston,
Christian.
thank you, Houston
Yep.
Christian, and then we'll get Michigan going. But I'm definitely liking, we're definitely be looking at a 3-0 start. Which and the other thing too, I love watching Matt
Yeah.
Rule talk, and I think with the team too is as a team and as a coaching, they're not looking ahead to those big games. They are taking it 1 week at a
1 week at
time,
a time.
and they're not letting. shit kind of fall through the cracks of like, all right, well, we
Yeah.
don't need to worry about this team and allowing situations like that to happen. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm happy about. And whenever which you're going to be there, so
Potentially.
potentially,
Potentially.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now we got the AP poll coming up. Ohio State staying at number one, Penn State staying at number two, LSU at number three. Oregon moved up 2 spots to number two.
To know four.
Sorry, number four. Miami State at number five. Georgia dropped down to number six, which I didn't see what happened with Georgia and why they dropped.
I mean, they just
Didn't play well against a
no,
nobody.
they played well against. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just. I mean,
Don't understand why that switched at
because if
all,
you look
but
at the
yeah.
coaching poll, they're still at number three.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
just. I mean, that's just how the media
yeah.
saw it.
Texas at number seven. Notre Dame went up one to number eight. Illinois.
Can I ask you about Texas real quick? When you're watching videos of Archie Manning throw, do you think he's in pain?
Well, I saw those clips and I'm just like, oh my god, I think he is in pain because it just like
When you're throwing a ball like
you
wincing
wince,
like that?
yeah, and like you can tell like on that one pass that we saw in the memes, which go check out the live streams. Um, you see it wince and then it just goes straight into the dirt.
Yeah.
Like
A lot of off target throws.
it will definitely fuck up your throwing
Mhm.
when you're throwing hurt,
Now, is
hundred
it
percent.
gonna be one of the things that the more like is it do you and I mean when you saw his coach talk about it too, we also showed that in the meet like totally blew it off. It
Yeah.
was like trying to make a joke out of the reporter
Hmm.
who was asking that question,
A
which
serious question that
which I think more of a concern like, hey, like
yeah, maybe it's just something he didn't notice in game.
I don't know. I mean, how do you not
Just like
notice something like that and close? And that's the thing, like having that response kind of teed up of like, who told you that? Who told you that?
yeah.
Archie? Oh well, he didn't
Oh
say
yeah, he
it.
did get immediately defensive
It,
off of it.
so he definitely knows something. Like there's
Yeah.
something up there. Now, if it is like Archie, it has like there is a the pain throwing, but it's not gonna be to the detriment. Like
Hmm.
later on, like hey, like he's in pain right now,
Yeah.
but throwing more isn't gonna make it worse.
Hmm.
Then I guess cool say that.
Yeah.
But if we know something's up,
Hmm.
which seems like he knows something's up,
Yeah.
because why even like
Why
if
even
there's
get that defensive?
why get that defensive and try to like clown the reporter if you know something's fine or just like he didn't say anything to me about it, so
Hmm.
I'm assuming
I'm
it's
assuming he's good.
yeah
Yeah.
that's a conversation he can have with me, the QB coach and the trainer.
Yeah.
So why react that way
If yeah, getting
if
all super
everybody else is
defensive.
watching film and going like, how the fuck is he like throw like mid throw? You see just
Yeah.
immediately.
And like it's different arm motion and everything too. So maybe something. I don't know if he got hit hard in the game or like got hit on his throwing
Well, people were
side.
saying that that would explain also how he looked in Ohio State game.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the passes were
Now,
not on target in the dirt, and
is it an overuse thing? Like he's like, all right, cool. I got to train up really hard in the off season,
maybe.
and then he got there in off season, or is just not stretching properly? Is he not doing the proper recovery or prep before game?
So if you're a Texas fan, when you're seeing that, do you draw a little bit of concern?
I think you do.
Hmm.
Um, I think the casual, like the diehard fans, are gonna sit there and say, "Nah, dude, he's fine."
Hmm.
The more casual, or like the ones that are like realist, I should say, are gonna be like, "This could be a problem.
Mm.
Could be a problem, and we're gonna end up seeing Archie pulled out halfway through the season so he can fully recover and come back his senior year, and then play to the potential he could be." That's kind of how I see it. Like the realists are actually sitting there like, "Oh fuck."
And you would call the real as more of a casual fan?
So I was wrong on that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you
Um,
said that, and I was like, I don't know if I would consider them a casual
no,
for
yeah,
having
I
that
was wrong on that
opinion.
one. But yeah, like the delusional diehard Texas fans are gonna be like, "Nah, dude, Archie's fine. Archie's
I
fine."
can, oh, okay, I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
but
Going on,
yeah,
number 8 is Notre Dame.
they jumped up one.
Yep. Number 9, Illinois. They jumped up 2. Florida State jumping up 4. South Carolina Gamecocks are at 11. They dropped down 1. Clemson dropped down 4 to the number 12 spot. Oklahoma Sooners dropped to that 13 spot. They jumped up
Yeah,
by 5. Iowa State's right behind them at 14. Tennessee's right behind them at 15. They jumped up
7.
7
Yeah.
spots. Texas A&M is at 16. Ole Miss is right behind them at, did I say
Um,
17 twice? Texas A&M 16,
yep.
Ole Miss is 17. South Florida now in the rankings at 18.
Hmm.
I think is a mistake. I think they're too high.
I
Alabama's
think so too.
19. They jumped up 2 spots. Utah's in there. They're at 20. They jumped up 5 spaces. Texas Tech, 21. Indiana, 22. Michigan
Drop down to
down
8
8. I don't even know why they're in the rankings. Respectfully, they're
after
at
that.
23. Auburn's 24. They were previously unranked, and so was Missouri, Mizzou,
Yep.
25 to do your top 25.
Now, I
Uh,
definitely think South Florida should be ranked.
I think they should be 23, 24.
Yeah. I could even go with 25.
Sure. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just that lower half.
Mhm.
And here's the thing, too. You put them there, they play Miami.
Yep.
If they do well,
Then bump them up
bump them
18,
up. Yeah,
17.
you
Yeah.
bump them up. The problem is did you see their schedule after they play Miami?
I did not.
Let's take a look real quick because I can promise you it's nothing to
SC
really.
State, Charlotte, North Texas, FAU, Memphis, UTSA, Navy, UAB, and Rice.
So yeah, you're looking at a potentially uh
Yeah.
either
What
undefeated
conference are they
team,
in?
I believe.
Second in American Conference.
Yeah, so it's
And they're
one.
behind Navy, who
Yeah,
played a
Navy,
conference game.
Memphis.
So,
Yeah, so that's why they're behind them.
yeah.
But that's the thing. Like after Miami, if they win Miami versus Miami,
Yeah.
which would be miraculous. Right now, the odds have them. Where did I write that down at?
Well,
Do do
I have
do.
that one pulled up on.
They're at a plus 550 odds,
Yeah.
which is less, very much less than what they were versus Florida.
Which is probably like, oh my God, they just beat Florida. Like,
Yeah,
they initially probably had it 2 weeks ago.
but this is my thing is, and I think it's a huge overcorrection.
Oh, yeah,
You
100%.
see how they beat Boise. They respectfully, I didn't watch the game, and I might have to, but they kind of squeaked by
Yeah.
first Florida with their own kind of, I would say, their own mess ups. If you're a
Hmm.
Florida fan, you're probably looking at yourself in the mirror going like, we let ourselves get beat versus that team
Yeah.
beating
And
us.
then in crunch time, you have a player spit at a dude.
Yeah, and just letting the emotions get to him.
Yeah.
I don't think Miami is going to allow something like this to happen. I think this is one of the things that, like, I think Miami probably beats them
Hmm.
emphatically,
Yeah.
and then they're going to be in the top, like the last, the 20 to 25 range,
Hmm.
and they're going to keep potentially winning because, I mean, they can beat these ranked teams.
Yeah.
I imagine they're going to beat these non-ranked teams,
Mhm.
and that's the thing. I have no problem with them
They're going to take their
making it in,
conference.
and that's the thing. If they
Yeah.
make it, if they beat their conference and they get in to the
Yeah.
playoffs, have all those because of what was that? Was that Army who did that last year?
Yeah.
I have no problem with that, but to rank them just above like Alabama and Missouri, and like it's just one of the things. Is like I don't know, and
I mean, if they go 11-1 and their losses to Miami after beating two ranked teams,
mhm,
or sorry, correction, 12-1 after winning their conference championship,
yeah.
I don't see why they don't get into the playoffs.
Oh, I no, and I think they should
Yeah.
be there. And it's just funny to me that I've their schedule is so like you usually see them play the easier teams in
Yeah.
those first couple. They played all their hard teams.
Well, so like I think they're classified as an FCS team. Oh no, sorry, they are FBS.
Yeah,
Well, in like one of those like lower tier conferences
they're in the
that just like
American. Yeah,
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 and they usually are playing like tune-up games
yeah. Mhm.
for other big schools.
Well, especially in, like SEC because they're
Yeah,
in Florida, so they're going to play a lot of the Southern.
SEC, ACC. So
Yeah,
like you'll see Florida State. Um, yeah, and you just don't expect them to win, but then dominate their conference or play really well.
which and if I'm being fair, I think the top 10 I'm cool with.
Yeah.
I would maybe because here's the thing, like Notre Dame, they lose to Miami and then they're off this last week,
Yep.
so we didn't get to see them play. And then they're
That's
playing.
wild. You go up in ranking.
Well, and now this week they're going versus Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So that it's one of those things that I would have made. Like, yeah, how do you jump up
Yeah.
when you don't play? I literally had to double check, and I was like,
Hmm.
no, I don't. I don't think they played. Like it shows Miami, which I think was like a 27-24 loss,
Yep.
and then
I forgot to put one game up there that I wanted to.
what game?
Colorado, Houston.
Oh, okay,
So Houston is on the up and up right now
they are.
in the Big 12. So I'm kind of curious to see how this game goes, and it's the only I'd say good one. I think it was on Friday night. Yeah, I think it is Friday. So if you got nothing to do on Friday, the game to watch,
6:30.
6:30.
Wet Central.
Sorry, yeah, Central. Colorado Buffaloes against the Houston Cougars. I think it's an easy win for Houston, but Colorado, who'd they fucking lose to already?
They lost to, was it Georgia Tech? Yeah,
Yeah, they lost to Georgia Tech, who is a good team in the ACC.
he's it. Sorry, that ball was gonna drive me crazy.
So, and then they won against Delaware, 31 to
I
7.
mean, even with Georgia Tech, it was that final drive, so I don't want to say like they were
Yeah.
close to tying it and
Mhm.
forcing an overtime. You had Coach Prime
Waste 2 minutes of the clock with
with
no timeouts and let
yeah.
Georgia Tech just run on you.
Well, and then you have the ball back, and
Yeah,
so I don't want to like, but I
I
expect
expect a Houston win.
Houston to win
Yep.
too.
And then the next big game coming up on Saturday, I think this is the big noon kickoff game. I could be wrong. It could be Georgia Tennessee, and I think it is. Number 12 Clemson goes to play against Georgia,
Yeah.
Georgia Tech, which Clemson has is kind of on the fraud alert already after almost losing to fucking Troy and losing to LSU.
I wouldn't,
And Clemson was a playoff national championship contender preseason.
but I wouldn't say they're on the fraud alert. And that's the thing, like the odds for this game are a little bit closer because Clemson is a minus 170 favorite, while Georgia Tech is a plus 145
Yep.
underdog. I don't. I
I
don't. Well, and I mean, even the match
yeah.
predictors are playing that Georgia Tech's gonna come in and win it. I don't know. I
I'm
think
leaning towards Georgia Tech.
I'm leaning more Clemson because like one of the things that like Georgia Tech like they just squeak so like change Clemson's clothes with Colorado. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, do you see them? Do you see them beating? Like, do you see do you see Colorado beating Clemson?
No.
And
Yeah.
that's my argument. I do agree that it's going to be close. Like, I like that three
Yeah.
and a half spread. I think it's going to be less than a touchdown to determine
Do
it.
you think 2 minute drill to win?
Um, I'm imagining. No, I can see whoever would have that
Yeah.
final possession would need to score to win.
Hmm.
But if it's Georgia Tech needs to go down and have a game winning drive, I don't see it
You don't see
happening.
it, Georgia Tech.
But as long as Clemson doesn't lose that turnover battle,
Hmm.
I think they'll be fine to win.
I'm still going to lean Georgia Tech
You
because
can,
you
yeah,
very much convinced me on that. If Georgia Tech needs that 2 minute drill to win, I agree with you there.
yeah.
But
And this is in conference, and that's the thing
yeah,
I love about this week is there's so many more games that are compelling to me.
yeah, there definitely was. And I was like sitting there looking through. I was like, oh, this is a
Yeah,
good game.
I made a list of a bunch of the teams that
Hopefully, I
like
covered. Yeah. Um,
I'll let you know if there's any that you
I'm sorry,
missed.
I wasn't. Georgia number 6 Georgia Bulldogs go up against number 15 Tennessee Vols. I'm leaning Tennessee on that one.
You want upset in Tennessee,
Yeah,
Knoxville? I'm honestly riding with you. I do have
I like
Tennessee.
Tennessee over Georgia.
Like
Um,
I like Gunnar Stockton,
yeah,
but just looking at just the bodies of work that Tennessee has done,
Yeah,
like they're just riding into these games a lot more higher, in my opinion.
and you get to face them at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like
and
I think this is a Tennessee win.
now Georgia is the money line favorite. Right now they're minus 170 to
It's
Tennessee
another
be a
three and a
plus.
half
Yeah,
spread.
so they're close. I'm trying to what the hell. Either I wrote this down wrong or the odds changed when I made my notes because
It must have changed.
yeah, well they changed drastically because it was Georgia was a minus 290 and Tennessee was a plus 240. So now they are
170, 145.
yeah. So
Yeah.
either they changed drastically or I wrote mixed amounts down. So we'll see if that bites me in the ass later on.
Then we were talking about it earlier. Number 18 South Florida Bulls against number 5 Miami. I agree with you. I don't think South Florida is going to win
Especially in Miami,
in Miami, but we said that, or everybody else was thinking same thing about South Florida going into
which
Gainesville.
valid. Remind me, who is it that Miami played week one? Oh, it was Notre Dame.
Yep, Notre Dame,
Who did they play last week?
BCU, Boston College. Wait, no,
That's not BC. Yeah, no, that's
I don't know. BCU.
right. That's not Boston College's logo.
Yeah,
Now I will say, I mean, the records. I don't want to say the record. The schedules that they played, like Boise and Florida, to me,
yeah,
if you add them together, in my weird head, makes up for Notre Dame.
yeah.
I just can't imagine.
I can't. I would love to see a South Florida win, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either. I don't either.
Now, I do expect it to be a competitive game.
Now, do you see that spread being plus or minus 17 and a
I
half?
think under plus 17 or 17 and a half.
So you think Miami can win with less than 17 and a half points?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'd be 7-10 point game.
Hmm.
Now it could be
Now, in my opinion, what I think happens is I think Miami sees all the hype around this team
mhm,
and they're like, okay, time to just shut up, little
yeah,
brother, who, like, okay, they got 2 wins.
yeah,
It's time to just belt it. I can
yeah.
imagine this like a 24
Oh,
to
yeah.
like
I
10.
could, but
That's in the way I'm seeing this game. And that's like if that's how the coach is looking at it, it's like we really just gotta
mhm,
shut these guys up and then make them
yeah.
into back into
Back into the shadow realm.
yeah
Yeah.
to being
Um, I put this one in here.
I had that one.
Yep.
I have yeah
Arkansas Razorbacks against Ole Miss Rebels.
yeah
Now the heavy favorite is Ole Miss.
minus 275.
Yeah. And then the matchup predictor has Ole Miss winning 73% to 26%. And
We'll be playing in
in
Ole
in
Miss's
Ole Miss,
yeah.
and like Arkansas was winning by 50 or close to 50 points or 40 points in their last two games against I don't even know what that is, AAMU and then Arkansas State.
Yep.
And Ole Miss has already played a good team, I'd say. Yeah, in
In
conference
conference, yeah.
against UK. And they won
University of
30.
Kentucky.
Yep, University of Kentucky won 30 to 23. But the game before that, Georgia, I want to say it's Georgia something or
GASE.
Georgia State. It could just be Georgia State.
Sure.
63 to 7. So they both show they can beat nobody teams. But then Ole Miss has shown they can play against an in-conference team and win, and they've already started going up against Arkansas.
No, I can see.
Now I can see an upset.
So if there was an upset like for this week, you would be like instead of betting like if it was kind of like a big roulette table,
Yeah.
and you could put chips on like the big upset. Are you putting a bigger pile on South Florida, or are you putting a bigger pile on Arkansas to do an upset?
Um. Well, that kind of fucks me because on one of the games I have on there, Texas A&M Notre Dame, I
Uh,
think that one's going to be the upset, like the one I put my money on.
that would be your bigger
Yeah.
upset. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so if you had to rank the three, then
Okay. Then this one would be number two.
that would
South
be number
Florida would
two.
be number three, and then
Well, it's a good
yeah,
transition. Good transition in this one.
we'll skip over Florida, LSU.
The only one looks like that you don't have that I wanted to also talk about was South Carolina versus Vanderbilt.
I forgot to put that one up there. So
Because
yeah,
that one, I'm taking Vanderbilt, who's the underdog,
yeah,
to win that
I'm
one.
gonna take Vanderbilt too. I have a couple reasons for that, but I think Texas A&M is the better team here, just because they keep on bringing it up in like other shows that I've been listening to. Their offensive line has been a bit shaky, Notre Dame's, and I think that is the big difference here between Texas A&M and Notre Dame is that offensive line, the line of scrimmage play.
The thing that's been making me nervous is like you lose to Miami, and then you just go on break,
Yep,
you go on your bye, and you have to just sit and stew on it
yep.
for a whole week while everyone else is playing. So for me, it's like, all right, we're playing in Notre Dame Stadium.
Hmm.
Is that South Bend, Indiana?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let this other team come in, especially like I'm a higher ranked team.
Hmm.
We got to stay on top so that we can get back in that playoffs that they went pretty far in,
Yep.
and then they end up falling short. So I'm taking Notre Dame.
You're taking Notre
I
Dame.
like that coach. Oh, what is his name?
I'm like his name.
Freeman? Is it
I
Freeman?
think it is
Coach
Coach
Freeman?
Freeman.
It's funny they don't say it on ESPN.
Yeah, interesting.
But yeah, I think he's a good coach, and I think he's going to steer that ship right after taking a very close loss to Miami.
That is fair. And then we got Florida, LSU. I got LSU winning over Florida pretty handedly.
I also got LSU. I mean, after losing to a team that you definitely should have beat and letting your emotions get the better of you,
I think they're going to let the emotions get the better of them
and
again.
that guy who got ejected,
I
I
think
mean,
he's out for at least a half of this game.
yeah, because I know for
Yeah,
college rules, if you get, but
but he got ejected in
at a
the
point
fourth
too,
quarter.
like deep full scholarship, because I
Yeah,
mean, like you literally just saw it on the NFL
yeah.
side.
Not
Why
even
on
48 hours ago.
earth would you ever think it's
Yeah,
fucking okay?
like you
And
saw
to
a
do
dude,
it
a
to
professional get.
more, to like it was more. It was not like
Yeah,
because
it
Jalen
was
Carter. It was kind of like a little like his
little
was like
dribble. That
it,
was like full on.
it
Just
like
got some water. It
exactly,
just did a spit take.
exactly.
It's like
So
if this wasn't a house right now and I took a chug of water.
yeah,
Spit take. Yeah,
I was fucking blown away, and then I was like, "Fucking dude!" And yeah, well, it was what was that? Either what was that Thursday night to Saturday night? Like,
yeah. Not even
like
48 hours.
there's no way you didn't see it unless you just were not on your phone.
Yeah,
So ridiculousness to me.
I'm gonna find that Vandy game because I messed up. And I apologize for that.
Oh, you're right. Why did you do? Are you
I'm
under
in
the?
SEC.
I would have done the ranked, but they're
They
right
aren't
there at the
ranked.
bottom.
Oh wait,
South
sorry.
Carolina is.
Oh, my bad.
You're right. And I think Vanderbilt should be ranked, and I think after this
Yep,
game they're going to be
I
ranked.
think so too.
And you
And
said that you have some reasons, so I'll let you go.
so you watched Virginia Tech versus South Carolina, and the only thing that saved South Carolina was their special teams play.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Vanderbilt going against Virginia Tech. Started off shaky, hum in the second half, 44-20.
Mm-hmm.
That is my main argument for it. Is just like, how the fuck did South Carolina, who is ranked, do this shit while next week Vanderbilt comes out and does it even better?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys had it shaky. It was up until the end that Virginia Tech was looking like, oh shit, this could be a chance.
Now, right now, the line is that Vanderbilt is a plus 170 underdog and South Carolina is a minus 200. Okay, so on ESPN it's changed on me, so
Yep.
it's now a Vanderbilt's a plus 190 and South Carolina is a minus 225. I'm still liking Vanderbilt for
I'm
the
still
upset.
liking Vanderbilt.
Like that is my upset of the week
Yep.
for college.
And then I brought up our two
Yeah.
favorite teams at the end,
Do you
just because.
wanna hit?
So Houston Christian Huskies are
Oh,
coming into Lincoln.
okay. I thought you wanted to hit Iowa State first.
Nope, I had yours first.
Okay.
I did the right thing, and
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
will tell you, there is not much to talk about this
Nope,
game. I'm hoping for literally what we did last week. Let's just copy paste and do it this week because this
slap
is
it into
like
this week.
one of those missionary
Yep.
schools that I was trying to find them
Anything?
on NCAA 2025. They're not on that game.
Not on that game.
So if we have any sort of problems with this, now this I'm doing what I said that I'm glad Nebraska is. I'm already just checking this box done.
Yeah,
Nebraska Huskers coaching staff players, don't listen to me. Please focus on this game. Please
focus on the
just
game.
dominate and do what we got to do so that when we see Michigan in 2 weeks, because that is like I don't know.
That's the game for you guys.
And I'm assuming since Michigan's playing Central Michigan,
Yep.
even with a win, they're still going to be top 25. So if we
Mhm.
want to get a number next to our name, we got to win this week and we got to beat Michigan next week, and then we'll have
100%.
that number
Yep.
on our side, and then we can carry that.
Carried it on forward.
Yep.
Other thing too is that I have the potential chance to go to this game,
Hmm.
depending on if I have work or not. Um, got a hold of some tickets. So yeah, I mean, I could be there at the game, depending on how it's going. Leave either by the second half or fourth quarter,
Hmm.
and then start watching the Cyclones game on the drive home. And then we got Iowa State on the road to Arkansas State, and I say on the road, but we've already kind of played a road game going out to Ireland,
Yeah,
and
it's
so
still a road game.
yeah, still a road game.
I mean, you guys were also listed as the away team that
Yeah,
game too. Now, something that I didn't know. Did you know that two of your football teams are playing in Ireland?
the Steelers are playing in Ireland.
They're playing in Ireland
Huh,
this year. Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that and I was like, son of a bitch.
son of a
I don't know
bitch.
if he knows that.
No, I didn't know that.
It's coming up too. It's
Yeah,
either like in 2 weeks or in like 3 weeks. We
yeah,
can take a look. But yeah, I remember seeing that. And I don't know if it's the exact same stadium,
hmm
but I was like, that's cool. That's
yeah.
cool for you guys.
Um, for me, what has me worried is that this could be a trap week.
Oh.
I'm worried it could be a trap week.
Now so we've already we've seen Arkansas State play.
Yep,
Can who was the other team that they played?
they played Arkansas and then SEMO.
Who the hell is SEMO?
I think it's southeastern Missouri.
Oh.
I believe so. But yeah, I mean,
Iowa State does tend now they didn't do it with South Dakota,
yep,
but they do have that
we do have that
tendency.
tendency to play down
Yeah,
to
play
yeah.
and I think
Now
Nebraska
last
also has
year
that tendency.
we played very well against Arkansas State. I think we
Mm,
won 48-17.
mm,
Where like the first half was like, what the fuck are we doing?
mm.
And it was just after that big win in Iowa or in Iowa City.
So this is I like your idea of the trap week, but if we're looking, I think there's a trend here. Can we go back down? So Iowa, can you go to just Iowa's schedule?
Iowa State's.
Yeah, Iowa
Yeah.
State. Sorry. Click on their
Yeah.
big logo. So I think what you're gonna see for your trap is so they win a close game versus Kansas State, which they probably should have done better in.
Yep.
They go out and they blow out South Dakota. Then they come back
Fight a rival.
and have a very close game,
Yep.
which they should have dominated in. I think you're going to see that again, where they're going to have
A
a dominant game.
close game.
And then when they go and have Arkansas
Yeah.
at home, or sorry, not Arkansas, Arizona at home, I think that's when they're gonna play. They're gonna play low again because they're
Mhm.
like, oh, they're just in that mindset of like, this is like the South Dakota, this is like the
Yeah.
Arkansas State. And Arizona's a team that they can't really do that to. That's your trap game. They're probably gonna lose, and then Cincinnati forward is like, okay, we got to lock in,
Yeah. Now, see, Oklahoma State, I have no worry about Oklahoma State.
especially after what Oregon did to
Yeah, what
them.
Oregon did to them,
Yeah,
fucking bent them over, changed
yeah,
their diaper.
yeah. More than that, fucking more than that. So
Yeah,
I think you're fine with Arkansas State. I think they're going to dominate. And then when they come back home and have to see Arizona,
yeah.
That is a game that I'm worried about for you
And
guys.
like, it's just one of those things that like I've been an Iowa State fan long enough,
Hmm.
and I've seen this shit happen too many times.
Mm,
Where like we start off the season really hot, we
yeah.
beat Iowa, and then we just lose to a team that we should fucking beat every
Hmm.
fucking time. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are
Hmm.
we doing? And yeah, it's just one of those things. I've seen this shit happen too many
Is Riley
times.
Beck a sophomore or a junior?
Junior.
He's a junior.
Yep. A lot of our players are juniors or sophomores.
Gotcha.
So we got a lot of youth in our program. With that being said, we got what NFL Week One recap.
Yes. Yes, sir. You want to look at our how we did our predictions
Oh yeah,
wise?
yeah, yeah. And then we'll talk about each game.
Yeah.
All right. So we were pretty. We were picking the same team up until I think the Jags Panthers. Everything was the same. Like we both were right on the
But even the
Eagles.
Jags Panthers, if I remember right, you picked Panthers with me, and you're like, you know what, there's too many
Yeah,
similarities.
yeah. And then I really started taking some bold takes.
Well, some of them I don't think were bold.
A little bit. Eagles, yep. Chargers, yes. Bucks, yes. Bengals, yes. We both picked the Dolphins. We were wrong on that. We both picked the Patriots. We were wrong on that. Both had the Cards. Both had the Steelers. Both had the Commanders. I was right on the Jags. You had the Panthers.
Hmm.
We both picked the Broncos. I picked the Seahawks. You had the 49ers. I lost all of these matchups going forward. I had picked Seahawks. I had picked the Lions. You had the Packers, Texans, Rams, Ravens, Bills, and then we both picked the Bears.
Yeah.
Which I'm honestly like, I know I picked the Bears, but I'm like, I kind of want the Vikings to win.
Well, that's not what you said in in our show
I know, but like
last week.
throughout the week, I was just like,
It's
I
just one of
kind,
the things you're like, man, I should text him real quick.
yeah, I should text and change it up.
Well, let's go back Thursday night
Thursday night, Cowboys,
kickoff.
Eagles. I fell asleep in in the fourth quarter.
But overall,
Yeah,
I will say, man, Dak
Dak
impressed
looked
me,
good. I was
and I was sitting
genuinely
there like,
impressed.
shit, man.
Did
Like,
we sleep on the Cowboys a little bit this year?
no, that's not exactly what I'm gonna say because it's
It
still the Cowboys.
it's
Like,
still the Cowboys.
they're gonna. So like that's the thing too.
They're
Like,
gonna get a wild card
CeeDee
spot.
Lamb, what?
It's like they get a wild card spot and lose.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that. I don't know about that yet. Um, but CD, like, here's the thing. Like, people say that he had a rough
CD
game.
what?
CD Lamb.
Damn it, that one. It's
Uh,
CD's nuts.
uh,
Yeah.
uh, CD Lamb, like, 7 receptions, 110 yards. Now, there could have been more, and
Hmm.
it came kind of clutch in that fourth
Yep.
quarter. Like, three kind of big plays. Like, one of them, I will say, very difficult catch, but when you're considered like a top five wide
Top five
receiver
wide receiver.
in the league right now, you should probably be coming up with those catches in
Yeah.
clutch time. Beat your rivals at home to start the season when no one had picked you.
No one had picked them
We
unless you're
didn't,
a
and
Cowboys
Cowboys
fan.
fan, yeah, no one had picked them. And to see it this close now, when these two teams play together again, I don't imagine that. Because here's the thing that I really, especially as a fucking AJ Brown fantasy owner, Jalen Hurts, and that I was watching AJ Brown. They were talking about he just did not look right to me.
Yeah.
Like he looked slow coming off. He was kind of like half-assing it.
Hmm.
I was like, again, they were just. It was a lot of runs with Jalen Hurts
Yep.
and Saquon Barkley, which that's if that's your game plan,
Hmm.
that's your game plan. I
And they,
get it.
yeah, and like a lot of it too, it just seemed like the Cowboys coverage was really good to start
Yeah,
off the season, and so it just made it where like Jalen Hurts has to win this with his legs.
yeah, I see that, or I can see just maybe he's being a little bit more of like a selfish player, and he's
Yeah,
like,
I want the attention
I
because
want to get
even
these
after winning a
MVPs.
Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's still
No,
giving me my
and
flowers.
that's yeah. A lot
Yeah,
of people don't see him as like a top five, top 10
yeah.
quarterback in the league right now.
I'd say he'd be number 6. I wouldn't say number 5.
I've seen like other rankings where they don't put him in top 10,
Yeah, I
but
don't see in any world how Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback, but
mm,
top 5, little pushing it. He could be tied. could be sitting there right at 6 on the
Mm,
heels of someone else. But yeah, it was all around great game. We put it into one of the memes where like the working dad seeing it go for an
yeah,
hour delay.
yeah,
That's kind of what it turned into me because I'm like, fuck, I have to be at work at 5 a.m.
yeah. I will say I don't think the game would have been as close if Jalen Carter didn't do what he did.
Oh yeah, Jalen
I
Carter.
Here's the thing. I I was talking about the retaliation.
Mm,
I don't think enough people are really talking about Dak egging it on, but I
oh,
will say at the end of
100%.
the day, Jalen Carter should have been responsible for his actions
Yes,
and not to have
and not
spit on him.
retaliate.
Yeah.
And then I was at a leaving work party,
Mm,
whatever, during the Chiefs Chargers, and
yep.
all of us guys for the first half were in the garage just drinking beer, smoking
Mm,
cigars, and watching the Chiefs Chargers game.
yeah.
Justin Herbert looked phenomenal.
Oh, he looked great.
Looked great.
He looked fucking great, dude. And here's the thing. I don't remember if I said it a couple weeks ago. I can really, I if I still, I think it was under one of my bold takes. I can definitely see the Chiefs not looking great to
Yeah.
start out, especially with, I don't know how long Xavier Worthy's going to be out
Hmm.
for, but, and I mean, a lot of the throws to Patrick Mahomes, okay, so actually, let me pause there. A lot of people were talking about that hit that Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes laid down on. I don't know if they watched the rest of the beginning of that game
Hmm.
because a lot of those runs that Patrick Mahomes did, especially when he was on the open space,
Hmm.
not going out of bounds,
Yeah.
he was lowering the shoulder and he was taking
Yeah.
contact. I don't know if just that game where he was like, "There's going to be more people watching me because it was free on YouTube."
Yeah.
And it was for the younger generation of like people think I'm soft, people say this, people say that
Hmm.
that he was trying to flex on everybody and
Yeah.
he's just coming in with this different mentality, especially of
With
like
his black Air Force Ones.
and like the just coming off of a loss with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was just trying to just say like, okay, I'm rewriting the script, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like
Now, did we
drinking.
see Dylan Raiola do the same thing?
Oh, I just I don't think that's a good move for you.
Yeah.
Like it's only gonna be to your detriment
Oh,
going
100%. Because
forward.
people are going to be like,
They're gonna see that and go like, I would love to see him do that on me.
yeah.
And I mean, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens, especially like
You know what we need to bring back?
what's that?
The James Harrison, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed type hitting
Hmm.
back in the NFL to stop that shit.
I mean, it's I
You,
mean,
you catch one of those
the thing
linebackers.
is we've seen it before last year where Patrick Mahomes will use that to his
Oh,
advantage.
he will.
Like he will take that hit and he will gladly take a first down
Oh,
and
yeah.
if another 15 yards
But if you take him out of
because
the game,
if you take him out of the game, I mean, who's their backup quarterback? Is it
I don't even know who
Gardner Minshew, I believe. I think it's
it could
Gardner
be.
Minshew. Um,
I had no idea the seat raised up.
yeah.
I've been sitting there like
So, and I mean, Travis Kelsey got his
first big hit.
first touchdown is what I was gonna say.
Oh,
So the fantasy owners can rejoice for a little bit, but yeah, especially looking at this next week where they have to go and play Philly.
yeah. And
I
you
just,
lose Xavier Worthy.
yeah, and you're still out Rasheed Rice.
Yeah.
Like Hollywood Brown looked fine, but he was still dropping passes. And that's the
Hmm.
thing. Like I was giving a lot of players this week. It's week one jitters and
Yeah.
just trying to figure some stuff out. There's a lot of like just undisciplined, uncharacteristic ball that you don't see like mid to later this season, but you're
Hmm.
seeing it a lot in this first couple games. So
Yeah.
I wasn't going to
Uncharacteristic
hold a
for the
lot of
Chiefs.
my
Yeah.
opinions to that, but I will say for the Chiefs, it's like okay, we've seen better from you
Yeah.
guys. So
And it could just be one of those things like we've seen them do so well for so long that like we just have this higher expectation.
mhm.
And maybe, they have the first two games where they do terrible, 2, 3 games, and then they're like, all right, cool, we need to lock in. It could be one of those things,
Well, that's the thing
but it's
too.
also week one.
Do you
I'm not
think?
freaking out or making wild accusations.
Well, that was I was gonna have that towards the end of this, and I'll ask you now.
Yeah.
Is there any if you're a GM on any of these teams, what is the one overreaction that you're gonna have after watching this first week?
If I'm the Giants GM,
You're
and I
the
see Daniel Jones
uh-huh.
doing as good as he is,
Yeah.
and with in I can't speak right there in Indy
Yeah.
after I just had him for what 5 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fucking freaking out. I'd be crashing out over
Mm-hmm.
yeah
Do you think the Colts go and make a run? Or do you think it's more we'll go into that game.
yeah
Do you think Indy is on like a kind of the redemption, like, hey, we're coming for the league type of,
maybe
or do you think it's just
aren't they in the South?
they're in the South? Yeah.
I
So
think they contend with
the Texans,
Houston.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
do
think
you think
so.
a part of it is also just the Dolphins just being
Pass.
undisciplined, not properly
Yeah.
trained, no respect for the coach
Yep.
out there? Tyreek Hill probably because he was talking about it last year of
Yeah.
wanting to get out of there.
And then yeah. And there was an
You
interview
trade
there
Jalen
was an
Ramsey
interview
away.
after the game saying, "Do you regret leaving the Chiefs?" And he says, "Yes, I do."
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs lose Xavier Worthy.
Do you think they try to
A
re
lot of talk is
they're gonna try and
gonna try and trade
we'll
or
see. Well, because they're also pulled up a stat of like how Patrick Mahomes looked with Travis with
Tyreek Hill.
and without him.
Hmm.
And he was like leading the NFL in a whole bunch of these stats. And
Yeah.
like last year, he had like it was like 5 passing
Yeah.
touchdowns. Like it looked bad.
Looked abysmal.
Speaking of almost looking bad, and if you're probably on that overreaction list or overreaction kind of, you know,
Trend.
yeah, Buccaneers Falcons. Do you look to get rid of Young Hoku? Because like
No. I mean, he
no,
was solid last year.
but they were showing like
Yeah.
in clutch times he has a tendency to
I'd
not
give him
fully deliver.
I'd give him one more season.
Hmm.
It's just one of those things where it's just like it could just be something going on.
Hmm.
But as a GM, I'm in there like, all right, dude, do you need a sports psychologist? Like, what do
Hmm.
you need to be better?
Hmm.
Because I know you can do it, and it's why I've kept you here when everybody else last year was saying to get rid of you.
Hmm.
What do I need to give you to make you better?
Because the Buccaneers, I mean, they,
That game should have been tied and gone to overtime.
yeah, it definitely should have.
From what, 32 yards out?
I don't know if it was 32 yards.
It was like 30. It
Uh,
was a fairly close.
well, let's take a look. Missed field goal. So they drove 80 yards
I was
or 60 yards, excuse me.
They drove 60 yards,
And they kicked it on the 44.
44-yard field goal.
I mean, you're seeing other like Chris Boswell.
Chris Boswell with a 60-yarder that could have been 70.
Hmm.
Now, I don't think the Steelers will ever give up Chris Boswell, but
Oh no, until he
no.
retires.
Yeah, he's going to be there forever.
Until he retires. But yeah, we were both riding the Bucks. Bengals, man, Bengals Browns. That was just a game that I was watching. I was like, this is
I
just
did not watch.
driving me insane. Again, having Jamar Chase as my fantasy
Hmm.
number one pick was just absolutely just driving me insane. And it's one of the things that I was maybe drinking a little too much when I said this out loud, but I was like, Joe Burrow is this generation's Matt Stafford, where he's with like a team that doesn't fucking care
Yeah,
for the longest time about their,
it's traded.
and then yeah, he's gonna leave the team, and then he's gonna just be better,
Yeah,
and everyone's just gonna be like, what could have been, and then when he goes and plays in Cincinnati, they're gonna make him
yeah.
out to be the villain, and it's like, dude, how can you fucking do
Joe
that?
Burrow to the Steelers.
They wouldn't do that, I
Yeah,
don't think. I don't think they would do in division, but I can
yeah.
definitely see him going to a different
AFC
AFC
team.
team and,
Yeah.
popping off. And that's why I was just like, is Joe Burrow a lifer in Cincinnati? That is my
I mean, he
question.
is from Ohio. He tried to play for Ohio State,
Hmm.
wasn't getting the start, so he went off to LSU, won a championship,
Yeah.
said, fuck Ohio.
Yeah.
Then came back. Does he say fuck Ohio again?
Well, and that's so like I know they paid him and they paid Jamar,
Yep.
but
And
after
I
a
think they even
while,
paid T. Higgins too.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah. And they paid Trey Henderson, but
Yep.
overall, like your O line is very shitty,
Hmm.
and you almost lose to a
The
geriatric.
Browns. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which I mean, Joe Flacco, 290 yards.
He looked good too.
He looked good.
Yeah, Jerry Judy had a couple of drop passes that would have definitely made the game a little bit different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, Dolphins,
don't
Colts.
even know. I wish I watched that game.
Yeah. I would just kept on seeing it pop up, like, whenever a game's playing and it's in between plays, and I was
I
just like, "Oh my god, Danny Dimes."
It was one of those games that I didn't even watch. Like it I had like the multi-view. It was never on a multi-view and
Yeah.
never had like if there was like a score update,
Yeah.
I never saw it. And it
Yeah.
was when I was going in and putting in our like how we were doing.
Mhm.
I looked and I was like 33-8. What the
Yeah,
what
what's
the
happening
fuck?
there?
Yeah.
And then you go look at the highlights and you're like,
And
"This
I'm like
dude is the sheriff out here."
I'm like, oh my God, Tua looks like dog shit.
Yeah.
Like what he had a fumble and two picks or
Yeah. He had 3
in
yeah.
on downs, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Even like Mahinga Fitzpatrick didn't look good. Like you let Jalen Ramsey go, and he looks rejuvenated out in
Mhm.
Pittsburgh. Um, I didn't watch the Raiders and Patriots
Me
game.
neither.
It looked close,
I was
but
trying to get my
Geno Smith is like, I think he's number 2 or number 3 in the league right now for passing yards,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's fucking different.
Yeah.
Like
You don't see that happening
that's not what I expected.
from
Now
Geno Smith.
it is the Patriots, but I had the Patriots to win that game. But I didn't watch it.
Yeah. And I didn't watch it either. I tried getting up there where all my 4 fantasy players were up on 4 different screens
Oh yeah.
so that I could see Zach Ertz,
Hmm.
Travion Henderson, um, and then have my Steelers on the
Hmm.
side. And then I had Mike Evans and upper right, so I could just bounce between. Like, all right, how's my fantasy player doing? We
Yeah.
went on a phone call too
Hmm.
during that Bucks final drive. And there's like
Yeah.
more points for Mike Evans, and
Yeah.
then it's like it's not Mike Evans. Damn it,
Yeah. Whoever that rookie wide receiver that they
and
have,
Jigba.
it's close to Njigba, but
Yeah,
it's not Njigba because that's
yeah,
like Smith and yeah.
yeah,
Um.
yeah. He's out of Ohio
Yeah.
State on their championship team,
Hmm.
and everybody was saying, Jeremiah Smith, and I'm gonna butcher his name, so I'm just not gonna attempt it. Um, they were like, and Jeremiah Smith's going to pop off with Ohio State, but now
Hmm.
that he's not there, now Jeremiah Smith isn't doing so hot unless it's a garbage team. And this dude's out here playing super good with a fucking stacked like wide receiver room with Mike Evans in
Hmm.
there. Yeah, it's going to be a good. The Bucks are going to be good to watch. Oh, sorry, I went on a whole
No, you're
tangent there.
good.
Yeah,
You're good.
Patriots. Yeah, I wanted to watch Travion Henderson. He did all right.
Yeah.
He got me 10 points. A little bit on the lower side than what I liked, but the only thing I want out of my players on my fantasy team is
Buddy,
10 points.
just be happy. I'll
I
tell
am
you that.
happy.
Just be happy you gotta win.
Um, Cardinal Saints.
Time really looked at you pretty good.
Yeah,
That's as much as I gotta say about
yeah,
that game.
same here.
Yeah.
Steelers Jets.
So just no team wanted to really play defense that game. Is
Yeah,
what I got
pretty much.
from that.
There was like no running defense from the Steelers, which I think is going to be something that they work on throughout the
Because
rest of the year.
like TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and then
Highsmith.
yeah, not a lot of like production that I saw
Yeah.
from those guys.
TJ Watt and Highsmith both got a sack.
Mm,
Uh, Cameron Hayward, I saw went out for a little bit because he either just got like hit wrong or something like that. He went out for a little bit but came back. The dude, his name is called Black. His last name is Black. I think he played with Iowa
mm,
and he was a run stuffer. Didn't do what I expected him to do, being able to stop the fucking run.
yeah.
But it's
Well,
also
yeah.
one thing too where it's like it's a brand new coach. You
Yep.
haven't seen how his coaching scheme is, and they have Justin Fields, Brees Hall, and Braylon Allen.
Yeah.
You got 3 runners back there, and you can do pretty much anything you want. And they showed it throughout the whole game.
While still having to lock down Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. So the Jets could potentially be a team to talk about later on, as long as like
That's the thing. Like they still got to get through Buffalo
yeah,
in that division, and I just can't
I
see it.
can't see it, but I could potentially see them come up to number 2,
Mm.
maybe number 3.
Well, especially if Miami's gonna
Yeah,
play like the way they did.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
They're 2 or 3
Mm.
in their division.
And we'll
But
see
yeah,
what the Patriots do.
Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes, 244 yards, 22 for 30. DK Metcalf looked good.
Jono Smith or
Jonnu Smith, who was a
yeah,
pickup from Miami as well,
yeah.
looked good. And I had
Did
Jonnu
he have
Smith.
two pickups or two touchdowns?
I think he had a
He had
touchdown.
a touchdown. I
Yeah.
know he had a touchdown. I didn't know if he had
But
two.
he also had the assist on the DK Metcalf miracle catch.
With the weird like
Yeah, the
tip.
weird jumble
Yeah.
around. Yeah, for that life-saving third down
Hmm.
completion. Don't know how the fuck they made that. Chris Boswell is the GOAT, last of the killer bees. And I think he even said it to you too. It's like Chris Boswell going to go down there and kick this field goal.
Oh, and I mean, like just the back and forthness of the game. There was like a bunch of different times where I was like, man, I should have picked the Jets because like they were kind of
Yeah,
pulling away, and the Steelers would come back, and then the Jets would take back the lead. What they say, like 7 or 8 different
yeah.
lead changes,
7 lead changes. Yeah.
and I was like, Jesus
The
Christ.
biggest turnaround was when they got the fumble on the kickoff
Mm,
when they were down. I'll have to pull it up.
uh,
It was in the fourth quarter. Or was it the third? I think it was the fourth. Yeah, where they got 2 touchdowns in a row.
oh yeah,
Yeah, they got a fumble right off the kickoff. So Steelers went down, scored a touchdown after 9 plays, 68 yards, get a fumble, and then go back for another touchdown.
yeah, which would have put them up 31-26.
Yep. And then,
New York responded 31-32,
yep,
and then
punt, field
field
goal,
goal, and then on downs.
on downs on that play where Justin Fields should have definitely ran for that first
Yeah, I
down.
remember like just I was like, run, run. Why are
I,
you
w-
throwing to Garrett
I
Wilson?
was
Oh my God, Jalen Ramsey fucking ran through him.
put the boom down on him. And I was sitting there like, oh my God, we're going to give it the first down. And then I see him throw it. I'm like, he's throwing it. He's open. Oh my God, Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about it too. The diva, Jalen Ramsey,
Hmm.
at the beginning of the game started getting a little bit of a heated argument.
Yeah.
Um, Giants, Commanders, yeah.
Russell didn't look good at all.
Russell didn't look good at all.
You have to see some snaps at a Camp Scatabo though.
Yeah. Cam
Fucking like
Scadaboo,
putting his forehead on people.
yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Targeted a defender.
Yeah,
Just,
like 3 or 4 times, and
yeah.
it's like, what are you doing?
And then his 6-yard reception
Yeah,
where he just trucks over 3
yeah,
people.
just wouldn't let them take him down.
Yeah.
Took him
Cam
for a ride.
Scadaboo,
I'm mad because I had their number one running back and
yeah.
Tracy, whatever. Nothing, fucking
Nothing.
nothing for me. I didn't
Panthers,
watch this
Jags,
game
I
because
didn't watch it either.
it went on a fucking rain delay, and
Yeah.
then after that there was more exciting games for me to watch.
Titans, Broncos was a squeaker.
Squeak.
But Cam Hayward, or not Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, yeah, sorry.
Cam Ward looked poised. He looked in control.
And
His receivers just could not catch.
well, and the thing is too is I think Broncos defense did a great job. I mean, getting back there. I think he got sacked or pressured, and I think he got sacked 4 times.
I believe so. That sounds about right. We'll have
Like
to
that's
pull
just a
it.
tough defense to start your NFL career off with. Let's see here. Doesn't say sacks on there. Do box score. Oh, there. Oh no, that's still.
Yeah, box score is.
Yeah, he was sacked 6 times.
Yeah.
So, and then I think what they had. Bo Nix throw 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a lot of drop passes, especially in that clutch
Yeah.
situation. You saw Cam Ward's father, like they kept panning over to him, and I'm like, dude, stop showing his
Stop.
dad. Like,
Stop.
but I think like if Cam Ward is as like in control, I can't imagine they're gonna. Well, here's the thing: they're playing the Rams this next
Yeah.
week, and I don't imagine them winning against the
No, me
Rams.
neither.
Um, But I think the future is bright for Cam Ward, but they
Mm-hmm.
got to fix some things. And I will say that the Broncos defense definitely helped out
Yeah.
uh, the Broncos win that game.
Now, you were speaking about kickers and overreactions. Moody,
Gone out of
gone.
there.
Needs to be gone. This is what, 3 seasons in a row now?
Yeah, where he's just missing kicks,
Yeah,
and then he had one. And I mean, who's the special teams coordinator? I don't know if
yeah.
they're changing around with that, but yeah, get him the fuck up out of here. This is another one of our splits.
Um,
With the 49ers.
George Kittle went out
He's
at
he and
halftime.
he's
Yeah,
out for he's gonna be out for a couple weeks.
yeah. So that's
Him,
huge.
Brock Purdy is questionable
I think he's
with a
still gonna end up
toe,
playing it though.
and then they have another player who's also questionable,
Yeah. So the 49ers are just hurt all around.
which that's just
Yeah.
typical of them. I hate to
Typical
say
of
it.
the broken 49ers.
But it's still a competitive
Yeah.
game. I can see both these teams like, hey, early week one,
Hmm.
there's some stuff to fix, and then we can go forward.
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
s-
And same.
line,
Yeah. No,
or
no, no. Go
yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
I'm happy with this one because I was right about the Lions Packers, and
Micah
Michael Parsons
Parsons
already making a
already has a
splash,
sack.
and then
Yeah.
that
So
did you
many
watch that
pressures.
sack too?
Yeah.
He was running for Jared Goff.
Hard.
Jared Goff didn't look the greatest.
Nope.
That whole I mean the run the Green Bay did a great job of stopping the
Yeah.
run, which I think I hate to say it, but once you kind of take away a run
Yeah.
from Jared Goff, and when you force him to be one dimensional,
Hmm.
he's just not the same guy.
No, he's not.
And you saw it with Todd Gurley in LA,
Hmm.
and now you're kind of seeing it again.
With David Montgomery and
And
Jameer Gibbs.
yeah, which who are both healthy.
Yep. Which I was sitting there like David Montgomery should have been the heavy favorite running back on this
mm,
because he is
Power
your
back.
power back against
Yeah.
his power fucking
Aiden Hutchinson, he did not look super good either.
no.
I think he only had like one stat line, which was like one QB
Yeah.
pressure. And other than that, he was pretty quiet.
So
So
that
I,
offensive line could have been the thing that stopped him, or is it
mhm.
an Aiden Hutchinson, which I'm going to lean more towards the Green Bay Packers offensive line.
And that's the Green Bay Packers. I watched that game and I was like, okay, dude, that's team. That
Yeah.
is a fucking team this year. Like
And
any team should be like, oh shit.
yeah, and they could be a Super Bowl contender.
Definitely,
That's my
definitely.
bold
Like
week
especially that
one
team can if
prediction.
that team can stay
Yeah,
healthy,
because they
they
have a
can
lot of
definitely make
wide
a
receivers
very
that are
strong playoff run.
they have a lot of
Josh
wide receive
Jacobs looked great.
they have a lot of wide receivers that are out or questionable right now.
Packers.
Yeah, the Packers. Um, I'm just gonna go to their depth chart. Jaden
Jalen
Reed
Reed
questionable.
questionable.
Wicks questionable,
Christian Watson.
out, and a lot of them were there.
But they still got
Yeah,
Matthew Golden
they do.
and then Romeo Dobbs and then Josh Jacob out of the backfield. Like they still got and then Tucker Kraft is their
Yeah,
tight end. They have weapons there.
but if they lose, I think if they lose one more wide receiver, dude, it could be a different story for the Packers.
Then they go out and they try to get
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill too, and
Get
they
dude,
get
imagine
that.
that Packers with Tyreek
They're
Hill.
gonna start looking like that Thanos gauntlet
Yeah.
thing.
They pick the Packers super team for one season and then they just
Hmm.
cut everybody. It's like, hey guys, we had your Super Bowl.
And you're
No.
out of here. Get out. We don't want to pay any
Yep.
of y'all fucking.
Texans Rams.
I'm happy with this win as a Rams fan. I think they started out slow. I didn't like some of the play calling, especially like we had a turnover, we had that pick,
Yeah.
and then it was immediately like a 3 and out. And
Hmm.
then there was another one where it's like we were like 3rd and 11,
Yeah.
and they did like a kind of draw play that went fucking nowhere. And it's like
Hmm.
you're just fucking roll. Like we had it at midfield.
Yeah.
Like why not? And it's like it's not like it was like your 2 minute, in the
Hmm.
fourth quarter, you're trying to burn clock. I would understand that.
Yeah.
But it's just a little too conservative, which I get. The Texans defense, I mean, they laid that boom on Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
He went out for a couple series, had like a cut,
Hmm.
was playing with his weird bandage. Puka Nakua looked great. I
Yep.
wanted to see a little bit more passes to Devontae,
Hmm.
and Tyler Higbee, because they're passing it to the other tight end Allen a little
Yeah.
bit. But I'm excited to see how the Rams go. I'm glad that the defense was kind of the reason we got. I don't want to say the reason we got that win because it was like kind of all around. Everyone did very well. But Landman with like I don't know if you saw it. It was the game winning. He had like a peanut punch.
Oh yeah.
And it was just bam,
You
and
sent me
then
that
right
video
on
and you're
out.
like, dude, I'm gonna jerk off to this.
Dude, it was dude, I was hype after
Yeah.
seeing that, especially like because we had the ball, we're driving, we're chewing clock, we're in their red zone, and then we had our tight end catch, hit when he caught it, but he made like 3 steps,
Yeah.
football move, fumble, they recovered it, they're driving down the field, and it's like, oh,
We're about to
dude,
lose this
like,
game.
because if they get a touchdown, and I think we had either like one timeout and a 2 minute
Mhm.
warning or something, and
Yeah.
then, um, yeah, I mean, we didn't have to
Yeah.
worry about it.
Didn't have
So
to worry about it.
very happy with
Now
how
the
it turned
big
out.
game everybody's talking about, Ravens Bills
At halftime,
at
I
halftime.
had time. I looked at that score and I was like, well, I have a long distance girlfriend. She's waiting on me. I think I'm wrong on this one. I
Mhm.
almost went into our spreadsheet and I almost read out the
Yeah.
Bills and greened in the Ravens
Yeah.
for you. And then we were on the phone for like half an hour, maybe an hour.
Mm.
And I was like, I'm curious to see how that game turned out.
Yeah.
And I had saw that they were like down by one score and they had
Mhm.
just scored. And I was like, okay, I'm curious.
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Now I think like that game would have been 100% different and you would have seen a Ravens win if Derrick Henry hadn't fumbled the ball.
Well, let's go to those because like there's a couple of different things that I was watching for that game, and I was like, because let's see here, yeah, the turnover and then the penalties,
Yeah.
51 yards, um, and then just red zone. I mean, can you go to all plays? Because
Touchdown, field goal,
because
punt.
that was the thing. Like the first half, I think what the Ravens, yeah, they scored every drive on their or except for the first one, right? Or no.
Yeah, they scored every drive.
Yeah, every drive in the first half, which I was like, okay, they can't seem to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
And then yeah,
Come
third.
out, first drive, 4 play touchdown, and then touchdown, punt, and like you're looking at it's 34-19 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Most teams, that's a
Don't make a
wrap.
comeback. Yeah.
That's a wrap. Especially if you're playing versus Baltimore.
Mhm. But yeah,
But
then it was touchdown for the Bills,
yeah,
touchdowns Ravens, punt, punt, touchdown, fumble, touchdown, punt, field goal.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting there watching it because I'm like, all right, cool, Derrick Henry. Because after I got the win, like it was guaranteed lock for me. I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, cool. Now I need to go for first place over um did he draft him?
Mm,
The we both are sitting there like hate watching that fantasy game.
yeah,
And I'm just like, I need to dominate over him.
yeah.
I need to get 150
Mm.
just to rub it in his face. But that didn't happen because Derrick Henry fumbled the ball. But yeah, I think that's what ended the game for the Ravens was that like, all right, cool. All we have to do is run out the clock.
And I mean
And then the first play,
the Ravens did almost everything right.
yeah,
Like
almost everything.
there's only like 3 or 4 drive or yeah, 3 or 4 drives you don't score on.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then you walk away with that L.
Yeah, by 1 point.
1 point.
Mm.
Vikings Bears. I did not watch that game.
The Bears were leading it in the first 3 quarters,
Yep.
and then that fourth quarter, man, just they just gave the ball.
Yeah.
They were just, hey, here you go, JJ. I know it's your
Yeah.
first game, man. And it was like in Soldiers Field, and I swear, like anytime the Vikings would make a play,
Yeah.
it would pop louder than when anything with the Bears. I was like,
Yeah.
did anyone from Chicago come to this game?
Yeah.
Or are they all just closeted Vikings
Yeah.
fans? And I was just fucking
There was one meme that I saw, and it
yeah.
was like that one Drake Apple Store meme
Oh
where they do
yeah,
that. It was like when JJ McCarthy remembers he has Justin Jefferson.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the thing. Like he wasn't like
Yeah.
he was
I was
very
looking at their
quiet.
fantasy, like I was watching
Yeah.
TV show with my girlfriend last night, and I'm just like, I don't need to watch football all weekend or
Mm,
start on Monday. I did it to her this weekend.
yeah,
We can sit here and watch our show.
yeah.
Yeah, but I check fantasy and like Justin Jefferson doing nothing,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden after the game's over, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
what the fuck happened?
So I wasn't super mad to get this one wrong because I was like, all right, like we'll see. And I
Yeah,
think I mean, you could see it on Ben Johnson's face, and like the commentators are saying, like, this is not a guy who minces words. He's
yeah,
not gonna be trying to like, oh hey, it's okay.
yeah.
Like like
He's gonna
the
let him hear
Bears
it.
are gonna let him know, or the Bears are gonna know what they did wrong, and they're gonna
Yeah.
hopefully be better for it
Now hopefully
going
Caleb
forward.
Williams doesn't need his mom the therapist.
Is his mom a therapist?
So do you remember last year during like the whole contract shit where Caleb Williams wanted his mom or like a therapist, his mom, to travel with the team paid for by the team?
No, I do not remember that.
Yeah, it was a thing that was like a controversy around Caleb Williams,
What would
along with
need
like the
to?
whole fingernail painting and everything.
I have no recollection of that at all.
I remember it was a topic of conversation going into uh going into the season last year.
So you want to just talk about how week one did and
And
going into fantasy?
yeah,
Because I'll start if you don't mind.
okay.
I am not happy.
You want to start off with how the league standing is right now, or do you want to just go over our games?
So I want to start with my game.
Okay.
When you have Bo Nix, he's projected to do 20, he does 8. You have Jamar Chase, he's predicted to do 20, he does 4. You have AJ Brown, who's projected to do, let's call it 15, he does 1.8.
Yeah.
You have Aaron Jones Sr., who was my first player to do better than what he was projected. He was projected 12 and he does 15. And then you have second running back who I want. I'm in the market looking for a second running back. Tracy Jr. He's projected 10. He does half that. Terry McBride. I can't fault him too much. 6 receptions, 61 yards, 9 targets. I mean,
Yeah.
12 out of the 14 points. You can't hate it.
No.
Devontae Adams projected to do 14, does 9. Aubrey does 14, which is
Yep.
better than his projection of 9. And then again,
Denver defense.
Denver 14 when they're like, you're not gonna in football itself in fantasy, you're never gonna win when your defense and your special teams are the only one that
Yeah.
show up and do anything. You're
And
not gonna
one
win.
of your skill players shows up. Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
Like he only came in because he had one touchdown close to the end of the game.
Hmm.
Other than that, it was pretty fucking quiet.
And
And most of the time they were running with Jordan Mason, which was pissing me
yeah,
off.
I was sitting
So
there like what I said. I was watching
yeah,
the TV show and I see Jordan Mason. I'm like, all right, he's doing something. And I
yeah.
go to look at yours and I'm like, man,
Nothing at all.
I was like, I feel bad for Matt.
Yeah, and then 129-yard receiving touchdown.
Yeah.
Great. Loved that. Wasn't enough to get me in. Now, it is week one. I'm expecting a lot of these
Yeah.
players to start coming back. I'm not trying to panic. There's a lot of people on my bench because my bench did like the best player on my bench was
Caleb
Caleb
Williams.
Williams.
Yep.
Everyone else did like kind of onesie twosies.
Yeah.
So I'm moving a lot of players off my bench and I'm getting people that looked good
Hmm.
and I think will do better. Depending on how the waiver wire looks, if
Yeah.
of other players are like, or if other teams are like, oh, I want that guy, and I don't know like my priority list, but yeah, not happy
You
to see how I started
you
off.
almost pulled away with a scratching win too. Like down by 6 at the end there.
If if
If Aaron Jones Sr.
if he would have got one more touchdown opposed to fucking
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy running it in himself, I saw that and I was like, no, no, JJ, don't be selfish. I need this, and he runs it in. I was like, fuck. And I was like, hey, there's enough time. Maybe the Bears can can
Yeah.
can
Turn over the
score,
ball and then they just run out the clock.
can score, and then the Vikings. All right, hey, we gotta let Aaron Jones run it because I think
Yeah.
and even like Loveland, he looked good. He just wasn't getting a lot of fucking like.
Yeah.
I thought he had more than 2 targets, but um, yeah, we're getting rid of Darnell Mooney. I'm getting rid of Cam Ward, which I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep Nick Chubb because he looked pretty decent against the Rams, and
Mhm.
I think when you play a team with a worse or a not as good defensive line,
Yeah.
As the Rams, he's probably going to get in there and get a
Yeah.
couple touches between the next 3 games that Joe Mixon,
Hmm.
and he might be that secondary back for Joe Mixon too. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep on Nick Chubb, but I'm not gonna tell you who I'm looking to pick up. But
Okay.
I'll let you pick up for.
So for me, I had 4 players left going in the Sunday Night Football,
Mm,
and it was 51 to 106.
51 to 106.
Yeah, that's what I was down, or 51 to 106. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry carried my team to victory
Uh,
this week. Lamar Jackson had 33 points. Mike Evans did a lot less than what he's projected to do. 10 compared to his 16, almost 17. Jamison Williams, I also chalk this up to playing uh, the Packers too.
yeah,
And that's why I'm not freaking out about Jamison Williams just yet. 6 points compared to his 11 projected. Derrick Henry, 41. And the biggest thing, and Matt, I did realize that those points do stack. So maybe going in the next season, I maybe drop it down a little bit on the points.
yeah. I will say that that 40-yard thing was
Yeah.
like rape.
Yeah.
You see, and you're just like, wow, fuck me,
Yeah.
like that, and then maybe even like the kicking one, like
The
with
kicking one I like.
because you have fucking Chris Boswell, like
It
of
helped
course.
you.
Barely, like
It
how
still helped you.
maybe later on in the season I might have a change of tone, but like even when I'm
Yeah.
looking at for other teams, if one of their kicker just happens to kick a 50-yarder,
Yeah.
what
It's
is it
7
like?
points.
Yeah, it's like Jesus Christ.
Um, Travion Henderson did 11. Zach Ertz did 11. Jordan Mason did 8, 8.5. Chris Boswell 18, and then Minnesota defense did 5.
Yeah,
Um, I benched Jaden Reed last second just because he was still questionable.
yeah, shouldn't be a good decision.
He ended up doing well. He had 13.5.
Oh,
Yeah. So I replaced Jordan Mason or Jaden Reed with Jordan Mason just because I'm like, I expect him to get a lot of touches with a young rookie quarterback,
mm,
not passing the ball a lot just yet. And Jaden Reed being questionable could potentially go out, or with he has a Jones fracture in his foot.
mm,
I'm expecting his foot to like blow up.
hmm,
So I didn't want to have him be in there half the game with the game on the line potentially, and him die halfway through the game.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of sitting at. Jonnu Smith had 12. He was sitting on my bench. My buddy said
Who's your tight end? Who's your starting tight end?
Zach Ertz,
And how did he do?
11,
He
11.6.
didn't get a touchdown, right?
He did get a
He
touchdown.
did. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. For all around our matchups, did he draft him one over OJ was framed, 140 to 125. G Man's team won over Two Girls One Cup, 114 to 104. Tom, I'm a kiss your kids Brady. Lost to Hail Mary, 93 to 87. Coming for you. One over Run the Jewels, 91 to 85. And Patrick and Mahomes won over Auto Draft Team, 131 to 81.
Still early in the season.
Still early in the season.
You're talking about like, oh, I didn't. It's like, well, it's either going to be like wins or
Yeah.
losses, like, and then you can break it down by points. But I was like,
Yeah.
you
Um,
could do it next week. I'm sure it'll be fine.
yeah. I'll just talk over my matchup and your matchup for next week because it's been going a little bit long. I'm going up against Hail Mary, and I'm projected to lose again. And you're going up against OJ was framed, and you're projected to win.
Well, we saw how that worked for me last week, and
Yeah,
then we saw how it worked for you last week. We will see.
we will see. And I'm surprised I didn't see a matchup of the week. Oh, I got it again this week.
Man, they must love you. Either that or
I got to go in there and
you're the
select it.
commission
Yeah,
here.
I got to go in there and actively select it.
I think my matchups are all really good.
I don't know if it's something I have to manually do as the commissioner, but
I don't know.
me neither.
The other thing is not even like who has the most points total.
Yeah,
I don't. It's definitely not the closest game.
no. All right. Commanders, Packers.
Oh, my notes.
I'm going to go Packers. but I think it's going to be a little bit
Bum.
closer than what
So yeah,
happened
the
last week.
Packers are minus 175 favorite. I'm also leaning Packers.
Okay,
Yeah, even though I was torn on this game. I wanted to pick the Commanders,
me too.
but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
Jags Bengals. This one I'm going to take a little bit more of a bold because I think you're going to pick Bengals. I'm going to pick the Jags.
I'm also picking the Jags.
Oh
They are
Jesus,
they're a plus 150 underdog favorite, and I thought they looked pretty good against the
they
Panthers and
did
the Bengals.
did
Um,
not look that good against the
and
Browns.
they have a history of a slow start.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give them back to back L's. Hopefully they sit with that in their mouth, and then
Yep.
hopefully they do better.
Um, Giants Cowboys.
I'm gonna go Dallas. They're
I'm going to
plus,
go Cowboys as much as it pains me.
yeah, they're a minus 250 favorite to the Giants being a plus 210.
And then we have Lions Bears. I'm going to go Lions over the Bears.
I'm also going Lions over the Bears. If Chicago had a better game against the Vikings, I would maybe be sitting here a little bit differently. But with their head coach going back to
Yeah.
play his former team
Hmm.
and the team that knows him very well, and the Lions, who I just don't think the Bears aren't there yet
Yeah.
mentally with
With Ben Johnson.
all of his schemes
Yeah.
and all of his tendencies. I can see the Lions.
I'm already putting in yours. Rams over the Titans. That's who I'm going with.
Yep.
I'm going to go Patriots over Dolphins,
I am going Patriots over Dolphins. Even though Miami is the minus 125 favorite.
which is ridiculous. But
Yeah, I was like, I had to reread. I was like, what?
yeah. I'm going to go 49ers over Saints.
I am doing Saints over 49ers
You're doing Saints over 49ers.
because I think I don't know if Brock Purdy's going to come back in this game,
Hmm.
and if they're missing out on, I think they're missing out on a wide receiver, and they're missing out on George Kittle. The Saints didn't look too bad in the stretch versus the Cardinals, so
Yeah.
that's my kind of bold pick for the week because
Bold pick
they
for the
are
week.
a plus 195 underdog.
I already put you in for the Bills over the Jets.
Yep,
I think that's pretty fair to say.
yep.
I'm going to go Steelers over the Seahawks.
I'm also going Steelers. Baltimore too, if you're curious.
Oh, yeah, I'm going over. Okay, I did spell it right.
My Ravens, you did not spell right.
I didn't?
Ravnes. You're close.
Okay. Um, this one's difficult.
I'm doing Denver over Indy.
I want to say Indy just for shits and gigs.
Indy is a plus 115 underdog, so it's close. It's darn near pick'ems. Um, my thing is, I want to see Daniel Jones versus like a good defense, a really good brother. What's with this
I don't know, dude.
N before E? This new grammar rule I missed out
I'm
on.
creating a new language for the MattCast. All right.
All right, let's see.
Panthers cards.
Arizona. I'm picking Arizona over
Yeah,
Cardinals. They are minus 290 favorite to the Cardinals plus 240. I'm also
I'm also
picking
going guards too.
picking Philly over Kansas City,
Yeah, I'm Philly.
even though they are a minus 115 favorite, and
The Chiefs are
Kansas City's a minus 105.
okay.
So it is a pick
It
'em.
is a pick'ems.
Yeah, which I don't understand at all. And
Yeah,
if you look at the spread, it's a minus
one.
one,
Yeah,
1.5, and it's like y'all think the Eagles are
yeah.
just barely gonna? I don't fucking think so.
I don't think so. Falcons Vikings. I liked how the Falcons look, but I think the Vikings are going to ride off their win.
Vikings are minus 210. I'm picking Atlanta 175. I think just barely losing to Tampa Bay, and you're trying to win the South, which
Yeah.
is a winnable division.
Hmm.
You got to win games like this versus the
Yeah.
Vikings. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Chair.
Yeah. Um.
I'm picking Tampa Bay over Houston. Tampa
Yeah.
Bay they're a plus 120 to Houston's minus 140. So Houston is the favorite going into that game.
And then I'm gonna go Chargers over Raiders.
Yeah, we got 2 Monday night games. I'm also gonna go Chargers.
Go Chargers, go. Not a lot of splits this week. It could just be for me.
It's time to move that guy.
I'm gonna continue talking while putting this chair back for you.
Well, so yeah, the only split we got Jags Bengals. Matt is picking the Bengals. And then we have Saints 49ers. He's picking the 49ers. I got the Saints.
Wait. Oh shit. I
What?
think you picked the Jags. And I put you in for the Bengals.
No. I
You wanted the Bengals?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. No. I wanted the Jags. I wanted
Yeah.
the Jags. Sorry, you did mess that up. I wrote the names wrong. So yeah. Matty Light picked the Bengals. I wanted the Jags.
No, I'd pick the Jags as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or did I put the Bengals? No, I picked the Jags.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah, so
both
we're
picked the Jags.
we're both picking the Jags. Okay. So I guess our first split this week is the 49ers Saints. He's 49ers, I'm Saints. And then the next one is he's Colts, I'm Denver.
Yep.
And then Vikings, Falcons, and then that's it.
Yep.
So
Oh, I forgot to cover our numbers.
I was
Yeah.
just about to do that.
Yep.
So I'm leading going into week 2. I got 12 wins to my 4 losses. Matty Light is sitting at 9 wins and 7 losses. I did not do all time. I don't know if you want to do that as we went along too.
We'll just do that at the end of the season.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But with that, that leads us into trivia.
Yep. Leads us into trivia,
So
which
we're
we will
gonna
switch
switch
chairs.
chairs. I didn't do as many of the animations. You're good to look
Okay.
now.
The Sea Talk.
The stream saw it, so I know you
Yeah.
would do, but the stream deletes after what, 24 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay.
So down in the comments, you guys can put in your guesses.
Where did I click? Okay. So current score, classes in session. I'm at 4-9 after my last week's. Maddie Light is 2-6. We've already covered the Rams and the 49ers. Today's lesson is the Seahawks. You can see Matt's in my little tuck chair. I asked my little brother, I was like, "Do you know what this thing's called?" He goes, "I've seen it. I don't know what it's called."
Oh,
Do
Jesus
you remember
Christ.
what this is
Yeah,
called?
it's a projector.
Yeah, overhead projector.
Yeah, with the little clear plastic.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you right on top of. Um,
Rookie.
so yeah, this is brought to you by Kanye. Thank you, Mr. West. So this first player was coming out of Texas. He was there from 2007 to 2009. He was a safety. He was drafted 2010, first round, 14th overall. He was part of the Legion of Boom.
Mhm.
Which if you don't know anything about the Legion of Boom, you should definitely look into it. They were a very prolific defense
Yeah.
during our childhood. He was a Super Bowl champion in 2013. He is a 3-time first team All Pro. He was a 2-time second team All Pro. He has 7 Pro Bowls. He was in the NFL's 2010 All Decades team. He's a consensus All American in 2009, and he's a first team All Big 12 in 2009. Um, as you can see, his tenure in Seattle was 9 years.
Yep.
And then he had his final year in Baltimore, um, where he racked out a total of when he was in Seattle, he had um 28 interceptions. He had 2 TDs off of that. Um, 11 fumbles or forced fumbles, one or
5 recoveries,
yeah, sorry, I keep bouncing between the 2 different.
34 yards.
Yeah, and then 1 uh
Touchdown.
touchdown off of that. And then no safeties and then he had 0 sacks um, in Baltimore. Do you have any idea who this gentleman
So
is?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The
Oh,
only
sorry, he was also number 29.
okay, I knew I should have studied up on the Legion of Boom
Hmm.
and what their names were, and I'm only remembering Cam Chancellor.
It's not Cam Chancellor. Um,
Like I'm
do you
completely
remember who
blanking on it,
25 is? God, I should have picked this guy.
dude. I can't remember.
It's Richard Sherman.
Oh yeah, fuck.
And then yeah, so we're talking about 29.
So yeah, not Richard Sherman, not Cam Chancellor.
Yeah. His last year was in Baltimore and he didn't do super well. I mean, he got a Pro Bowl
Yeah,
in his but he became kind of a meme in his last year where the
this is
running
gonna.
back that was running against him like turned him around and used him to kind of block.
Oh god, I remember that play too. God, and this is gonna fucking kill me on
Hmm.
rookie mode too. This
Hmm.
is kind of
I honestly thought you were gonna get this, especially like he wasn't like Richard Sherman Legion of Boom or
yeah.
Camp Chancellor Legion of Boom, but he was definitely the top three.
God, damn.
Are you giving up?
Yeah, just because I'm blanking on the names.
So this is Earl
Earth,
Thomas.
Jesus
And if you
Christ.
remember,
Yeah,
he got injured and he's flipping off his
yeah,
own bench. I mean, I believe this is his last season in
yeah. Fuck.
Seattle.
God damn it, Earl Thomas.
This is me because I noticed I pick a lot of defensive players
Yeah.
when he gets a chance to glaze the defense. Uh, so this next gentleman, um, he was drafted out of Texas A&M. Is that you,
No.
Jules? What was that noise? Do you not
Sounded
hear
like
that
paper.
Velcro?
It sounded like paper ripping.
Yeah, I guess paper.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, he was undrafted coming out of 2009. He is a Super Bowl champion. He's a three-time Pro Bowler. Um, he did have a longer career, but I thought you would have knew him.
Mm-hmm.
But so I just gave you his, and that's what
Okay.
made it a little bit more difficult. I just gave you his stats in
Yeah.
Seattle. He had 75 game starts, or sorry, 62 game starts, but he played in 75 games, 0 interceptions, 7 forced fumbles, 1 recovery, 1 touchdown off of it. He had 39 sacks, had a total of 118 QB hits. And when he in tenured in Seattle, he had 3 Pro Bowl appearances. I can give you some more hints.
Yeah.
Um,
Please do.
so he was originally picked up by Tampa Bay in 2012 before coming to Seattle.
Okay.
I can also tell you his Super Bowl win is not with Seattle.
Is it NFC or AFC?
He won it with an NFC team. It was in 2018, if you remember what
The
team.
Falcons, believe was the 2018.
I can tell you the Falcons have never won a Super Bowl.
Oh, sorry, not
They are a bird team, though. I
yeah.
can tell you that.
The Eagles then. God, and it's also another person I can imagine, like I can see them, I can vision them.
Yeah, he's a defensive end.
And he played, I had to watch him play against Iowa State, too, with at Texas A&M
He finished out his career in New England.
right after Brady left too.
Yeah, he was in 2019 with New England.
Fucking damn it! I have to say it. I'm fucking blanking on this one too.
Man, it's Michael Bennett. I thought these are all guys that
Yeah, I
you
know. I'm
would.
sitting there like it's 2 players in a row that I'm like sitting there like I know who they are.
Yeah,
I just can't put my
this is
fucking.
me. This is how I feel that you're 0-2 right now.
This is how I feel that I'm 0-2 right now.
All right, well, let's see if you can get the third one.
Probably not. But
So I scratched that. This guy has had a long NFL tenured career. He was a tight end. I didn't give you any of his. Um,
other teams that he played for.
No, but I do have a lot of that information written down. So if you have any questions,
Okay.
I'll let you because I didn't put down his college. I
Yeah.
want to see if you can get it from his stats. So he played in Seattle from 2015 to 2017. In that time, he recorded 2 Pro Bowls. Um, let's see here. He had 18 touchdowns during his time there. Um, yeah, any ideas? Okay.
And no inkling of an idea.
Okay, I can tell you I messed up. So his last year he was with New Orleans
Hmm.
and he was a tight end.
This is another player that I'm sitting there like,
You should know this.
isn't he like, doesn't he have like some weird hair?
I don't think
No.
so. I'll give you like a 20 question type of thing where if you want
Okay.
to ask some questions, I can give you some answers.
What college did he go to?
He went to Miami. He was drafted in the third round, 95th overall in 2010.
What's his 40 time?
Don't have that one down.
Point
Yeah.
stance. Um, God damn. What was his number?
I actually did not write that down, but I believe it was 88.
God, I remember seeing him play.
Okay, so let's get your mind
Is
right.
it Graham?
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Jimmy Graham.
Yep. Okay, cool.
So yeah, he started his career, and he was in New Orleans from 2010 to 2014. Then he
Yeah, yeah,
went
yeah.
over to
So he
Seattle for a
did have
little
some
bit.
weird hair. That's what I was, like, he has some like reddish hair, I think,
I don't know if he had red hair.
or like was it super white or something like that? He always had like a buzz cut.
Yeah, I think he always had a
Yeah.
buzz cut. I don't know if that's weird.
Yeah, well no, like he had a weird hair color if I remember correctly.
I'd
But
have to take a look.
yeah, I was just sitting there like, is it Graham?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. All right, cool. So I found one.
One
Even though
out
I
of
missed
three.
out on Earl Thomas and Michael
Michael
Bennett,
Bennett. Yeah,
two people that like I'm sitting there like, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the
I
tip of
thought
my
Michael
tongue.
Bennett. I was like, he feel like he should know it.
Oh, I
Earl Thomas, I was surprised you didn't get.
I was surprised too because I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like I remember seeing it on
Now
when I was looking at it myself for last week. I
you
was
want
sitting
to
there
know
like,
who I had written down, but I didn't. My first. So I had Earl Thomas,
mhm,
and then I had Cooper Cup,
yeah.
and then I had Franco Harris.
Oh yeah,
But I thought I was like, I think he would. I think that would be too easy for him to
yeah.
get Franco Harris. So
Because then it's just like it's all those years of the Steelers,
and
yeah,
yeah,
Super
so
Bowls and
I
everything.
decided to move away from that one.
Yeah,
Well, we forgot to mention at the start of the show, but if
Hart Ventures like electrical
need
things.
any electrical jobs in the local Omaha, Nebraska, Iowa area, please go to our links below. Reach out to Joe at Hart Ventures. Great guy, works very well. Free estimates on any of your projects. Um,
Yeah, no,
man, man, let you get anything.
great softball player.
Great.
You know,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming back to the MattCast. Um,
episode 82.
82, closing in on that century mark. Um, like, subscribe, send it to a couple buddies, especially if you're in a fantasy league with some people. If you
Maybe get
want
some
to
fantasy knowledge.
send them to, send this video to your friends to show how bad I am at fantasy right now, and how you should never listen to me on any sort of
Hey, last year though,
analytics.
you started off slow and you
And
picked it back up.
yeah,
So I got faith in you.
I have faith. The team is good. I
Yeah,
want to get if I can get a solid running back, I would be a lot more
yeah.
happy, even with like the
Now
losses.
I am thinking of dropping Robinson Jr. or
Really?
yeah. There's a couple wide receivers that I saw
Mm,
pop up, and I'm just like, all right, I'm kind of liking it.
hmm.
And
What wide receiver
I could tell you, Calvin Austin, he did 33.
off of who's Calvin Austin with
The
the Cowboy?
Steelers,
Oh, the Steelers.
yeah. So like he did 33. There's a couple people I have on my watch list. Um, I'll just pull it up. I'll tell you since none of our friends watch it.
You know who I'm looking to pick up?
Who are you looking to pick up?
Quinyon Johnson.
I was looking at him too.
He looked really good.
Keenan Allen too.
Keenan Allen looked good.
Pat Fryermuth. I'm thinking about it.
Hmm.
Um, I'm still waiting on Adam Thielen. I have him on my watch list. I want to
Hmm.
see if he like has a resurgence. But yeah, it's Keenan Allen, Hollywood Brown, Pat Fryermuth. I also looked at Aaron Rodgers too.
Oh shit.
He's on my watch list. Like
Hmm.
if he keeps on producing,
Yeah.
drop Matt Stafford, pick up Aaron Rodgers.
Hmm.
Um, I do have Isaiah Likely waiting for him.
To get healthy.
Yeah, to get healthy. But then yeah, Calvin Austin. What did he do? Sorry, no, not wasn't 33. He had 17 last week, and only 2% of fantasy teams have him rostered. Imagine if you started him and everybody's just clowning on you. He was
Yeah.
projected to have 6, then he drops 17, wins you the game. But yeah, Calvin Austin I have on my watch list, but I'm not making any moves this first week.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. I did not do the same. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
See, is it stop streaming and stop
Yep.
recording? Where's
I'm gonna leave that in. Just
bye and